Ty Plays Games here, coming to you with another episode of Fallout 4 Tenpines Bluff build. So in the last episode we built this weird but cool looking gate and entryway, which I'm actually kind of happy with. It looks junky, it looks kind of messy, but it's perfect. And I like it. And I like the spikes. Spikes kind of add a nice touch to it. Same with the picket fences and just random junk. It doesn't look perfect, and that's the point of it. So let's get into this. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. So I was thinking, when I was building, that maybe I should just use train cars for most of the housing. Kind of like that, and then we can just build like a really janky wood pathway. Oh wait, you know what, screw Sanctuary, they can do it themselves. Help defend Sanctuary, screw that, they can help themselves. I only help those who can help themselves in this game.
Words are spreading all over the Commonwealth. The Minutemen are back. They've even set up a radio station to coordinate their efforts.
Yeah? We'll see how long that lasts.
You might not be happy to have them back, but I am.
Well, excuse the fuck out of you if you don't like the Minutemen. You know, you could take a flying leap out of the Commonwealth. Take your chances outside. What a cunt. That's a cunt thing to say. You know, maybe I should just abandon this bill and let you transfer him somewhere and let you live by yourself here, you miserable old bat. See, Preston, we do all these things for these people and all we get is frickin' hate and disgust. And see, we can do like these pathways. Kind of make it a little more junky feeling and whatnot. You know what's funny? I was actually last night I was planning a video build for Halloween. And it's kind of weird that I'm planning that far ahead for a build when we're not even in June yet. But with the way the years are going and as fast as everything's going this year, I really want to put the wood on there just to kind of, you know, break up that texture. Some people are like, because I was on a Reddit thread about that, and somebody's like, why would you be planning that for that this early on? Because why not? I'm actually going to do a little Halloween series when I'm... What the heck is going on down there? This place is dangerous. It's almost like we're in the hood. There's always something going on down here. Oh. Oh, it's... Okay, I can't stand by letting that happen. God, I hate these robots. That's the only annoying thing about the atomic bomb.
Where'd you go?
See, this lady appreciates the help of the Minutemen, unlike that bitch back in...
Come back. Damn it, why can't
the... Is she coming over here because she sees all of this getting built?
Hi.
Hey, I got a question for you. I've got a really top-tier piece of cow flesh for sale, if you know what I mean.
I don't need a Brahmin.
Oh, okay, sure. I feel ya. Maybe later, then.
Okay, so this is the second time I've met her. Did you just go from down here to up here? And now you're going towards here. Hey, get out of here. You don't even have a Brahmin. I just bought a Brahmin from you. And I think I sent it to here. Maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe that's the whole idea. She's going to go steal it, and then she's going to sell it back to me for 100 more caps. I mean, that would be a good racket in the Wasteland if you think about it. You just go steal the same Brahmin over and over. Because let me tell you, people in the Wasteland are not that bright. Not saying they're 100% stupid, but there's not a lot of brains. It goes into this place, so... Yo, I just had an idea. We could build like a pathway on top of here. But I kind of want to keep the... It's just really hard to build this settlement because of the way everything is. So building the walls and stuff aren't going to be easy. Oh yeah, I just downloaded a new mod. It's called Gruffs, or Graphs Fences. And you get all these cool fences, ones with cinder block, regular, you got like all sorts of different chain link fences, and you also get these cool ones with the metal on them, which really can add to your dystopian style settlement. You also get these pre-war fences, but because we're going to be doing a prison build in the future, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to build a pretty epic prison. I did it once with the Vault-Tec pieces, but stay tuned for that because I'll use these. But this mod's also available on Xbox, and I did download it on Xbox, so definitely check this mod out. It is a really good mod. Because essentially you can do something like that, just divide off the settlement, like really make it feel like it's immersed. But yeah, these are really good fences, so definitely check that mod out. It's a great mod. And props to the mod creator of that mod. I really like it. I didn't check the date on Nexus of when it was dropped last, but I'm going to put object snap off. See if we can jump this. We're gonna kind of just build it and then what you doing, Penny? Penny sees something. You know, I could build a house on top of this train car. It would literally make the most sense to do that. There. I think that's as good as that's gonna get. We kind of have to do that style of wall. But something else we could do, since there's a lot of train cars nearby. We could build like a little container house. And then we can just place like a wooden platform underneath it. So it's not just floating there. And we gotta turn off surface snap. We kind of just have to eyeball it and that it's gonna work. Like so. And it's just not floating. But what the heck happened to your helmet? Who said you could take that helmet off? That's the helmet of shame, Preston. It's not a helmet you can just take off. That's weird that he took it off. I mean, I'm not mad in a way, but... And then we'll just stick some scaffolding under this side of it. We can even do this scaffolding. And yeah, it kind of sticks out on the side there, but we could possibly hide it. Or we could do the container like right there, and then we could stack some cars up against it or something. This video is mostly just going to probably be placing the housing and stuff in the front area here. And then we'll advance over to the other side. So say we get like another junk car. And then we go to the van section, or we could even do the car frame, just because the car frames would make the most sense. We'll do that. And we could do something like a destroyed van on top. So then it kind of hides it so you can't really see it sticking out. I just kind of want to do the sea can because I rarely use shipping crates, I guess. And because we're near the train tracks and a lot of the sections of the trains have these and these train cars on them, so I kind of wanted to keep that theme for Tenpines Bluff. Because at the end of the day, settlers wouldn't just be using shacks, they would be using train cars, shipping containers, anything they could to live in. And let me tell you, this is probably more stable than an actual train car, than this. But there, we kind of got like a little junky pathway going on here. Turn on surface snap, turn on object snap, and add some junky stairs. And we'll add some railings just for a nice added touch. And we'll add that in there. Then I wonder if we should add a house on top of this. Yeah, we'll go up the mysteriously floating pieces of plywood. Because we could totally add a house up here. It would just kind of add to the... Because there's not going to be a large amount of settlers here because it's just going to be a farming community. So I kind of want to keep the living compact to this area. I don't have an area view mod on, so I couldn't do an aerial view, but we'll try and do it from the guard tower here. So from the back of the shack this way is mostly going to be living, and that whole area way down there is all going to be farmland. We're going to tear up some of the potato plants and put some greenhouses in there. I want to utilize what's left of that house, because not everybody gets the ability to delete stuff like that. Usually it's not a good idea to delete stuff like this, because again, you can break porcupines, because this is a porcupine, or a precubine I should say, and breaking precubines can damage your frame rate. So it's always safe to just kind of do things the vanilla way, and we'll try using this house. We'll turn it into like a barn slash Brahmin pen area, and the rest of this will just be farming. Because realistically, if they're part of the Minutemen would probably have like an operation going for everybody to have their hand in helping the Commonwealth, which means there would be settlements strictly for farming. You gotta turn off surface snap again. Or object snap. But it is always good to not always delete everything in the game anyways, and it kind of gives you guys the ability, if you're on a certain console or something, or you don't want to use mods and you just want to play the game vanilla, which I understand. I play vanilla. I've been playing vanilla for so long. But I honestly only play Fallout 4 now solely for the mods, because there's such great mod authors and they've done so much work to make this game awesome that it really makes my day to use mods. But oh yeah, now we gotta turn on object snap. And again, I want to kind of keep it junky by adding these platforms. You know, keep it interesting. Oh yeah, I was also going to say, did you know there's a new Mad Max movie coming out this year? In May, I believe. I think next week. It's Furiosa. I'm definitely going to go to the theater and see that. I love Mad Max, man. Mad Max is one of my favorite. Yeah, the stairs are kind of floating. This is what I used to do when stairs floated in Fallout. I would just put these on there. But it's kind of hard to notice that they're floating though. That's the thing. And I mean, we could... turn off surface snap. Put something like an old pallet there, or it's just because the workbench is right here. We might just put a board here, actually. Looks like some boards around it. Yeah, that don't look good though. That's why I'm thinking a pallet might be the best one. We're kind of just jamming in like this. Kind of like the stairs are hanging onto the pallet. We'll just stick with that. Then we'll add... Now we gotta turn on surface snap or object snap again. You know what's dumb? These things are part of the Fallout 4 assets. But I don't think Sony allows them in their games because it can only be inside assets from the game vanilla assets. If it's anything outside, Sony won't allow it. I kind of looked at their modding thing. You know, see, you got these, which are part of GM2 Workshop, which I really like. Kind of just adds to the junkiness of our settlement here. I really like mods, though. Definitely love using mods. But we're going to do something different. We're going to add some concrete. Just to make it different. Kind of a different texture. You know, we could illuminate that and then we could put another piece of concrete above it. Like so. Now you kind of got a different texture going on. Problem is the concrete kind of hangs over a bit, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not my, you know, and this is something with just me personally, I don't get overly bugged by stuff floating slightly, and I have found ways to even not modding to hide it by even just placing like fencing super close to it to the point where you won't notice it. But everybody has their opinion on that one, and some people prefer not seeing their stuff floating, but it's just depending on the person. Me, it doesn't bug me that much. I don't get overly hurt over that type of stuff. And again, I like using these junk roofs and stuff because it really makes the game kind of feel more interesting. Because at the end of the day, Tenpines Bluff is going to be kind of like a neat little tight-knit community. And we want the people to feel like they're at home in Tenpines Bluff. This will kind of be like the outdoor kitchen area for the settlers that live here. And this is possible to build without mods. And I am going to be restarting construction on Sanctuary Hills. So we can get Sanctuary Hills kind of back to where it was where we left off before this update. You know, I'm not going to really fault Bethesda for the update. It is kind of annoying, I will admit that. That they decided to update the game and mess up everything, but the modders went back to work and put everything they could into getting their mods fixed, which I really appreciate. One thing I really appreciate is the modders. What the heck? Oh, Lucas! Lucas, Mr. Lucas, how are you doing? He's like, what the heck is happening here? And then I come here, it's empty, and the next minute I come back, it's full of stuff. Things kind of overlapping and not being perfect, I prefer that. Because it kind of shows your settlement's not perfect, and that's how I like it. There we go, that's the second house built. Okay, that's not a Brahmin house, that's somebody's house. But, there. That's a good chunk of the housing done already in this outpost. You get like a nice view of the mountains back here. Look at that. It'd be like $1 million view before the war. People better start appreciating stuff more. You know, that's one thing I could see people doing, appreciating stuff more after the war, like Wastelanders. I guess appreciate the fact that you're not getting shot or killed anytime soon. One thing I wanted to do is I wanted to add like a little house here, but I wanted to use a vehicle kind of create it due to the fact that we're kind of close to Starlight Drive-In. So and then we can go to, I really wish this was still on Xbox. Thematic and Practical, one of my all-time favorite ones. Well, that's where Lucas stands. I like how you can build a stand for each character in this game. Actually, what we could try and do, since how we have a lot of these thematic and practical walls, which may actually work with what I'm trying to build here. Like, I love the look of these railings. Because we could build like here, we'll turn off object snap again. Build like a wall like this. Problem is that door affects it. I'm gonna have to get a van that doesn't have a door. use a station wagon. Like some junk fences around it. Oh yeah, again, we gotta turn off object snapping. This is gonna kind of be like free placing. You know, one thing I don't get about the Fallout universe, especially in Fallout 4, did you know there would be snow in the wasteland? Especially in Boston. Intercepting the stairs doesn't really bug me a whole lot because it could actually work. I almost want to do a half roof. Like that. And then do like a junky. Kind of partially insert it into the car. It's kind of like you had to build it. And then we'll just kind of put it on like a slight angle. Kind of like that. Or we could do it this way, where it's not as noticeable. Because the white picket fence is in the way, you don't really notice it, which is good. And it kind of gives you slight coverage from the weather. You know, another thing we could add is like a door. Like that. Just for different texture. I'll leave the door out of it. I think we got those canvas tops in the freighter section. I can't wait till I load up Nuka World. I have not played Nuka World since 2016. just... Although that could be a hazard, but it does kind of work. And then this person kind of got protection both ways, which works. This is gonna be a settler's home. Might as well just decorate this one now. As he would have to be in like a sleeping bag or something. Let's do a mattress. Then I'll set like a chair outside. That he just kind of chills at. I don't mind this sticking out a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. It's not going to make or break the settlement itself. But, so essentially, if the rain's not coming from this direction, he'd be pretty good. But like I said, if Massachusetts got snow in the Fallout world, he'd be kind of hoot living in something like this. As where at least this, you got protection. The storage shipping container, you got storage container, you got protection. Here at least you'd have somewhat protection. Here you just got a junky car. But because we don't get snow in the game, we only get rain. I don't gotta really worry about that. Thinking we could add some like busted warehouse shelves here. It'll kind of add to the busted aesthetic of this place. Add like a little shelf for him or her, whoever's gonna live in here. You know what this reminds me of, and I don't know if you guys know about this show. You know, have you ever heard of the show Trailer Park Boys? If you have, that's why I'm building this. I was watching Trailer Park Boys lately, and I wanted to do a car build where somebody's living out of a car, just to kind of be reminiscent of Ricky living in his car. He calls it, and excuse my language, the shipmobile. So that's why I kind of wanted to create this. It's kind of like a reminiscent of that. But I would say so far that's pretty good. But yeah, he has like a toolbox here. He has his foot locker. He has his first aid kit. Put a nice little thin cabinet of files, and you can say that's where he or her keeps their clothes. Start laying some of the wiring. And I don't mind wires hanging around in an outpost or a settlement. Kind of adds to the aesthetic. There we go, we got some power, which is good. So sellers need power. But I would say so far so good. I'll go to sleep. And we'll come look at this in the daylight. I keep forgetting you guys don't like watching me build in the dark. I need to get better at that. That's something I really need to better myself on. So in my next episode, I'll definitely... Oh, looks like they did it themselves.
Hey, okay, can I help with something? That was all I had. No problem. Hey, point it out.
Use aware of that. That is the helmet to shame, and you deserve to wear that, Preston Garvey. Let's see how it looks from the outside. Yeah, I kind of like that. Look at that different texture. You got different fence textures going on here. Maybe we'll add some stuff later to make it a little more junky looking. You know, we'll keep the cars. We'll just pile another car on here and add some more fences. We got this nice little empty car here for seller to live in. Then we got this nice little area here for somebody to live in. We got the guard towers up here. Really, that's all the security this place is going to have. Got this junky platform that leads to this part of the settlement, which leads to this section here, which is another place for a settler to live. And then we got up here a larger home for a settler to live. And a Brahmin that won't stop mooing. So, with that being said, I'm going to end the video off here. I don't want it to be super long. It doesn't need to be super long. And I'll continue on in the next video of part 2. Part 3 I think we'd be on by then, because we're on part 2. A building in Tenpines Bluff. So again, I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate the support. As I say time and time again, I really appreciate you guys, and really enjoy the feedback I'm getting on my videos, so thank you so much. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.